Our first speaker will be candidate Jim Madigan.
Moving up already somehow, so very like it. I'd like to thank all of you for being here tonight. You know, I would like to thank the Edgewater Community Council, Northside Democracy for America, Americans for Democratic Action, Join the Impact Chicago, the organizations that have put this forum together. You should really be applauded. I'd also like to thank Suzanne Elder, who helped organize this and did a lot of work, so thanks to Suzanne. I thought tonight, you know, I'd start off by telling you a little bit about me. I grew up in a pretty small town, Rust Belt town in Ohio. My father ran a little cigar store until eventually the advent of convenience stores drove him out of business. And then after that, my family and I all worked at a veterans organization, AMVET, to make a living in our small town. After that, I actually got the opportunity, after working my way through high school and college, to come to Chicago because I got accepted to the University of Chicago Law School, which for someone whose parents aren't professionals, it was really an exciting and thrilling opportunity, and I basically fell in love with the city and wanted really to make this my home. Following law school, I ended up turning down a job with an international law firm, Mayer Brown & Platt, to teach for 2 years in Hyde Park. And after teaching, I proceeded to work for a law firm, a Chicago-based firm, and then eventually to become counsel for Lambda Legal. I was very proud to work for Lambda Legal because they are the nation's oldest and largest legal civil rights organization to benefit the rights of the gay and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community, as well as people living with HIV. And while I was there, I fought. When they tried in Illinois to put a referendum on our ballot that would inhibit the rights of LGBT people and cast aspersions on our right to marry, I was counsel for Fair Illinois, a coalition that beat them. When conservative folks tried to take away benefits for the domestic partners of public university employees, I was counsel that won the case, beat it, and saved those benefits for folks throughout the entire state of Ohio. Here in Illinois and in Chicago, when a charter school began discriminating against a student group, I was very proud to represent them in federal court and win to get them the right to have equal access. These things matter quite a lot to me, but what really began to whet my appetite for the political process was the opportunity I had to actually work to make law. I assisted Commissioner Quigley in creating an amendment to the Cook County Domestic Partner Health Benefits Ordinance, and then following that, I helped the alderman in the city of Chicago do the same for the city. I was very honored to be asked to help write the Illinois Civil Unions Bill, which is now pending in the Illinois House. Those opportunities made me realize that in addition to the litigation I was pursuing, it is in the making of law where we can do so much to craft good public policy. And so I was very proud to be both a teacher and a nonprofit employee. Now, the flip side of those things is that they've left me a little cash-strapped for most of my time in Chicago, and I'm pretty much facing a mountain of student loan debt today. But I will say I feel particularly blessed because I had an opportunity and continue to have an opportunity to use my skills to help those people who need a voice. And if you look in my neighborhood and neighborhoods throughout the 7th Senate District, you find there's a lot of single people and families who right now need a voice, and more importantly, need an advocate. You know, when I walk home from my office at Lawrence and Broadway to my home a little further south down Broadway, I shouldn't be afraid of being mugged or crossing a drug deal in progress, or worse, being subjected to the gunfire. But I am worried, and so are a lot of people around me. You know, my friend Mike, who lives in Edgewater Glen, sees his property taxes go up, and they're going into these specialized TIF districts, not to the city budget that's going to fund police and schools. These are serious problems, and if you look at the empty storefronts in Rogers Park and Uptown, you find unemployment in our state has gone in just 2 years from 6% to nearly 11%. People are out of work, they're scared, and they're in need. Who is to blame for these things? In my view, it is the Chicago political machine, which has for too long tried to maintain its authority over seats rather than trying to protect the people of our city. And it is that machine that I am determined to challenge in this process. And I can offer some solutions, and more I know we'll discuss tonight. We shouldn't give another cent of our property taxes to those TIF funds until the state revises the law to allow them to be spent in part on police for those neighborhoods. And we should not allow video gambling to become the way our state finances itself when we know it preys upon the less fortunate. And as my time is coming to a close, or probably already has, let me just say, I look forward to the conversation tonight. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to be with the Senator to discuss our views. So thank you very much.